Well, I did go on up into the seat the last time, but this time I'm over here with just Laura. So I promised everybody that unless there was a team, I wouldn't do anything where anybody that might have some years on them, that's probably not me, but anybody that might have, I wouldn't want to do anything that could get them hurt. But I want to tell you that this idea of climbing up into that seat, and truthfully, I can do it. It's not something that I'm afraid of, but I do want to keep 2 points of 3. You want 3 points when you're climbing. But the reason you go up in that seat and strap yourself in is so that you can see deer when they come into this. Just take a little look around toward the creek there with the camera, and you can see that there's all kinds of good places for deer to come in here. Plus there's hay raised during its season, and there's corn in places. So the deer comes here to eat. And the person who gets up here is hoping to be a snare person. In other words, they've set the snare. Now that in this case, there's no trap. There's no live trap. There's no mouse trap. There's no hook. But what it is there's a beautiful place for the deer to eat. And because the deer likes to eat, they position themselves in the place where the deer like to eat. And when the deer come to eat, then they can actually shoot and kill the deer from up there. Wilma, what are you saying? I'm saying that if there ever was a time the false prophets, false voices, false teachings are in the land, you should guard yourself. The chief snare setter, Satan, is rampant with false teachings, with false. And if he can lure you in to feeding at his table, he will feed you lies, for he is the father of lies. Go read 2 Peter 2, and you'll see that even Peter, in the early days of the church, said that they would come and they would make merchandise of us. Have you had calls where people were trying to get your personal information so they could make merchandise of you? They could sell your information. They could use your information to cheat you and lie to you. Today, people are trying to go with whatever is popular, with whatever they think will be the best heard or liked. But the Lord warns, don't go into the place where the snare has been set. Just don't go there in the first place. Now the deer are going to come into here, and they are going to reap what they've sowed. They come, they eat, and during deer season, they will be taken. You and I, if we eat at the devil's table, we could stay there too long, and we could be taken to hell, and to a judgment with no God, and to a lake of fire. For Satan does not like you. He came to kill and steal and destroy you. Guard yourself. Don't be like the deer eating next to the deer stand. Don't eat at the Satan's table.